Hi everyone, DumpsterDollie here. So today I'm decided to do a Q&A video. I know I, asked you guys to post questions a while ago, and it has been quite a while, like I said, but, I've been busy. I'm done school now, so that's good. That's done with. So I'm going to answer these questions right now. These are questions of all kinds, of all varieties, and I'm planning, like I said, to answer every last one of them, so here we go. I'm simply just not going to say anyone's username or name because, I'm bad with pronunciation, and if I mispronounce it, it might sound pretty bad, so I'm just gonna leave that out and just ask the question on its own. Okay, question number 1. Have you ever been in a relationship, and if so, was it hard because you're asexual? I have been in relationships before. It's not exactly hard, but it wasn't exactly easy either because at the time, I thought I had to be in a relationship because I was very confused about my sexuality. I thought that was the thing to do because that's what all my friends were doing. So, I don't know, I tried it out, I dated guys, I've done all that, but it's really not my thing. Once I figured out that I was asexual, I was a lot happier. I'm still friends with a lot of guys that I dated. They understand. So essentially, in the end, it wasn't that hard to tell anyone, but it was hard to come to terms with it myself. Question number 2. Can we have a sexual wine drinking contest? Also, where you should wear sexy lingerie. Okay, I know this person in real life, so yes, we had the sexual wine drinking contest, but I got sick because I can't really drink wine that much. The sexuality was off the hook, though, I tell you. Question number 3. Do you feel you're the only one that people like you in style are hard to find in your town or area? This is actually a yes and no question because I do live in a big city. I live in Toronto, Canada, for those of you who don't know. And we do have a goth scene. It's just very, very limited as of now. I do have a video talking about that. I'll link it here somewhere. Like, from that video, you can tell I'm not very happy with the goth scene right now. I'm still not. It's still in the slumps. I actually attended a goth club recently for a Depeche Mode event, and it was pretty much all hipsters. Like, not even hipster goths, just pure hipsters. I thought that was quite puzzling. So in a sense, I do feel like I'm the only one, or one of the only ones in my city that, is committed to the subculture, and it can get hard sometimes, but it is easy because I can access so many things, not only in Toronto, because there are still goth shops and whatnot, but online. I find a lot of comfort comes from online, and to know that people in other cities and other countries are just as much into the subculture as I am. If you're feeling in this situation, do what I do. Go online, talk to people, go on forums, and like travel to cities where they have goth events, because I was thinking of traveling to other places like, Montreal or New York and whatnot, like places that are somewhat close by, so I could actually, socialize with other goths. But especially with things like Google Hangouts and things like that, it's really easy to hang out with people from other countries, so I find that very helpful. Question number 4. Weird question, but how do you blow your nose with your nose piercings? I want to get them, but I'm afraid of it being uncomfortable. I blow my nose with my nose piercings by blowing my nose. I don't know. The hardest one to blow my nose with is my septum ring. Like, these ones don't even get in the way because I wear studs in them pretty much all the time. I just take a tissue and I blow my nose and I wipe anything off of my jewelry that might have gotten on it. It's not uncomfortable at all. You really get used to it because I've had this one for 6 years and I've had these two for not even a year, and I'm just completely comfortable with them. As soon as they heal and they stop hurting, you forget they're there eventually, and yeah. Second question by the same person. Do you listen to the band Hole? I have never heard of them, but I will check them out. Number 3 by the same person. If you could live during any decade, which would you live in? This is hard for me because I'm torn between the 80s and the 90s, mostly because the whole goth thing was coming to, was becoming popular in the 80s, and I'd love to be a part of that. And all the best music, I think, came out in the 80s, 80s or at least like the early 90s, but I like being a 90s kid, so I was technically a part of the 90s, so I guess I'd have to say the 80s. Question number 5. Do you have any hobbies? Yes, I do have hobbies. I draw, I write, I play the piano occasionally. I'm actually reteaching myself how to play the piano. I paint. I guess that's part of doing art. Most of what I do surrounds art. I love reading. I love making clothes and accessories, DIY stuff. I love playing around with makeup. Basically all the creative stuff you can do, I do. Question number 6. This was asked by 2 different people. What bands do I listen to, or what are my favorite bands? I also cover this in my music video. I go into more depth about what music I like. I will also put a link up here for that. As I said in that video, my favorite band ever is Depeche Mode. I love the Birthday Massacre, I love The Cure, I love Joy Division, I love the Sisters of Mercy. I also really enjoy Rammstein, Combi Christ, Angel Spit. Like I said, I go more into depth with it with the Being Goth music video. So yeah, question number 7. What is your favorite outfit that you've worn? Post a picture of it too, please. My favorite outfit that I've worn probably recently is the one I wore to the Birthday Massacre concert back in December. I did an outfit of the day video on that. For the lack of, linking you to another video, I'm just going to post a picture of it here. And actually 2 people for my giveaway contest drew pictures of me in that outfit. So I thought that was really cool. Question 9. What are your religious views? My religious views are agnostic, which means I just believe what I want to believe. I believe whatever comes to my mind and what I rationalize. And also I believe that humans are ignorant to think that we know what happens after you die and things like that. That's just my own personal beliefs. Like I said, if you believe in God or if you don't believe there's a God or whatever, that's not my problem. And I just believe what I believe. I pick and choose what I believe. I know that sounds kind of weird, but it's like making up my own religion, but not. Question number 10. I see that you have a lot of piercings. What is your favorite piercing? And if you don't already have it, would you get it? My favorite piercing is my septum because I've had it, that's the first piercing on my face, not counting my ears that I ever got. And I didn't have my ears pierced at the time that I got it, so it's very special to me. I feel like it balances my face out. Like without it, I just look weird. Okay, I'll show you. Ah, oh my god. See, this thing seems really long without my septum ring, so... Yeah, so I got it when I was 16, and that's the age of consent where you can go into a tattoo shop and get a piercing without your parents' consent. So as soon as I was 16, I just went in there. And another piercing that I don't have that would be my favorite if I had it, or it would be my cheeks. Everybody's, including me, thinks I would look very good with them, but I have a few issues with them, like the fact that you can't put makeup around them, and the fact that some people drool out of them, which I think is kind of gross. So I'm kind of holding off on that until I either get more information or until I decide I want to nut up and actually get them. But I probably won't, considering I already have 5 on my face and I don't need 7. Also, what would you recommend for somebody considering getting a piercing? I would consider the septum, not just because it's my favorite, but because it's easy to hide. Like, it is so easy. When I first got it pierced, they usually give you something called a retainer, which is it's this shaped and it's metal, and it makes it so easy to flip it up into your nose and nobody can ever tell that you even have a piercing. It does hurt a bit more than most piercings, but it's really easy to hide if you're looking for that. But if you're looking for less pain, I'd say something in the mouth, like lip rings, Librette, Medusa. Any of those are not that painful at all. Question number 11. What were your baby bat ears like? If you can please put some pictures. Again, I did a baby bat video. I will put the link up here. But like I said, that goes more into depth, but right now I'll just put a few pictures of myself and my baby bat ears. Try not to laugh, please, for my sake. Anyways, to sum it up, I was really confused for the most part. I really didn't know which area of goth I was interested in. I was just interested in the whole darkness thing, and it was pretty awkward. I wasn't very confident with anything I did or anything I wore, but that's pretty standard for baby bat ears. Question number 12. What was the first goth/punk band you listened to? It's hard to say because of what everyone has a different definition of what goth or punk is, but when I was about 12 or 13, I started getting into My Chemical Romance and Green Day, which are not goth or punk, but those are the first things that got me into the darker stuff. Like, say, I started getting into Rammstein from there, and Rob Zombie and the Misfits, and those are the ones I really like, and I still like to this day. So those were 2 of the bands that I started listening to when I started considering myself alternative, because I didn't call myself a goth for a very long time. I just dubbed myself as alternative because I felt that I wasn't goth enough, but once I figured out that was bullshit, I decided to call myself a goth. Question number 13. You're very original. How did you get to the person you are now? Ooh, this is a loaded question because it's been a long journey to get to the person that I am today. I am planning to do a video on this about my mental whatevers, my disorders. I'm going to do a more in-depth video about how I got those under control and what it was like to have them and what it is like to live with them right now. So wait for that video, but for now, How did I get to the person I am now? Mostly it was trial and error. I made a lot of fuck-ups. I made a lot of mistakes. I know I'm only 21 and I act like I'm the friggin' I lived the longest life ever and this is just the beginning, but I don't know, the main defining point in my life was when I learned how to stop giving a fuck. I know that sounds funny and it sounds ridiculous, but it's true. Once I started learning to just live for myself and stop giving a fuck about what other people think. Not that I don't care about other people, I do. It's just I'm looking at what's best for myself and then what's best for others. And also when I stopped giving a fuck about what other people were saying about me or what they might say about me, because that was stopping me from doing a lot of the things that I wanted to do. And now I don't make excuses. I just be myself. You know, as long as I'm not hurting anyone, I just figure I be the person that I imagine myself to be. And that just sent me a long way. Question number 14. What are some of your pet peeves? Things that annoy me, they're really stupid. Like, I really hate conceited people. It isn't stupid to hate that because, you know, it's really annoying. When somebody is conceited about themselves, like not confident because that's awesome, but when they're like boasting about themselves because they're clearly insecure. And that kind of goes hand in hand with people that fish for compliments where they're like, oh, I look so ugly today, I look so fat today. And I just feel like telling them like, shut the fuck up, seriously. Like, oh, I can't stand when people fish for compliments. It's like the most annoying thing ever. I actually don't compliment them when they do that, just to tell them like, stop it. I also don't really like when people try to make snap judgments about me. Well, that kind of goes without saying, but people try to act like they know me, even when, just because they've seen a couple pictures of me online, they think they know about the person who I am, and that's really annoying because they make judgments about me like, oh, you're so fake, you're so this and that, and I'm just like, you never talk to me, you don't know me. Question number 15. Do you dress goth every day, and how often do you wear your dreads? I dress goth every single day. I do this kind of makeup or variations of it every single day. I wear all black or mostly black and really weird things every single day of my life. So it's a full-time job. It actually doesn't take me that long to do my makeup, considering how like dark it is every day. I've gotten so used to doing it that it only takes a couple minutes, like maybe 10 minutes at the most. And how often I wear my dreads? I wear them, when I'm wearing them, it's for about 6 weeks at a time. I haven't been wearing them for about a month now, and it's kind of bumming me out because I really like wearing them. It's just I'm too lazy to make my new ones. And I usually, besides now, I usually wear them every other month. Like, I wear them for a month, and then I don't wear them for a month, and then I wear them for another month, so it's pretty much like that.